Coronation Street viewers have been left heartbroken as Carla Connor and Lisa Swain face an emotional setback just days before their much-anticipated wedding. Fans of the ITV soap, who have been eagerly counting down to the big day for the couple, fondly nicknamed Swarla, were dismayed to see them dealt such a painful blow ahead of finally saying "I do" on Thursday, April 23rd. In Sunday's April 19th episode, Carla was seen visiting the Chariot Square Hotel where her nephew Ryan Connor gave her a tour while she began planning how the wedding celebrations would unfold. During their discussion, Carla learned that the event would not be entirely private, as other hotel guests would still have access to shared spaces, slightly complicating her vision for the day. However, her focus quickly shifted when she received an unexpected phone call from Sheila, the maternal grandmother of her young niece, Connie. As viewers will recall, baby Connie had recently been left in the care of Carla and Lisa after Sheila required someone to look after her while she underwent a hospital procedure. This situation marked the first time Carla had met her niece, who is the daughter of her brother, Rob Donovan, and prison officer Mandy, both of whom were involved in a dramatic storyline when Rob attempted to escape from prison after posing as Carla's kidney donor. During the call, Sheila informed Carla that she had recovered sufficiently and was now ready to take Connie back into her care. Later, back at number 6, Carla was visibly emotional as she began packing up Connie's belongings, struggling to come to terms with the impending goodbye and trying to avoid facing the moment directly. Sensing how difficult the situation was, Lisa stepped in to help, but before Carla could properly say farewell to the baby she had grown attached to, Sheila arrived to collect Connie. The scene left fans deeply saddened, as the couple were forced to part with the child just as they were preparing to celebrate one of the happiest moments of their lives. Coronation Street spoilers for next week reveal a dramatic twist, as a familiar face is set to return to Weatherfield, bringing unexpected consequences for Theo Silverton. Fans of the ITV soap can expect major developments as the ongoing and distressing storyline surrounding Theo takes another intense turn with the arrival of someone from his past. Theo originally appeared on the cobbles last year as a romantic interest for Todd Grimshaw, and their relationship initially seemed promising as their connection quickly deepened. However, what began as a romance soon evolved into a deeply troubling situation as Theo gradually began to manipulate, control, and abuse Todd over a prolonged period of time. His actions ranged from psychological manipulation, such as gaslighting, to physical control, including force-feeding Todd, isolating him from loved ones, and even locking him inside their bedroom. The severity of the abuse has made the storyline particularly emotional and difficult for viewers to watch, highlighting the extent of Theo's harmful behavior. This week marked a turning point when Theo's true nature was finally exposed following a violent and brutal attack that left Todd seriously injured, bloodied, and shaken. In Wednesday's April 15th episode, which focused heavily on the abuse storyline, Todd bravely gave a statement to the police, officially reporting everything he had endured. At the same time, Theo attempted to flee in order to avoid facing the consequences of his actions, but he was ultimately taken in for questioning and spent the night in police custody. Looking ahead to next week's episodes, it has been confirmed that a significant figure from Theo's past will reappear, adding further tension to the storyline. In the episode airing on Wednesday, April 22nd, Theo is shown emerging from his van after having spent the night there, clearly in a vulnerable and disheveled state. Without warning, he is approached by his son, Miles Silverton, whose return comes as a shock and who is visibly disturbed by his father's condition. Theo then pleads with Miles to speak to his mother, expressing hope that their fractured family might be given another chance to rebuild. Viewers will recall that Miles first appeared last year as one of Theo's 2 children, alongside his sister Millie, both of whom Theo shares with his former wife, Danielle. Since Theo left the family home to pursue his relationship with Todd, both children have grown distant from him, struggling to come to terms with his actions and choices. Millie previously attempted to bring her father back into the family by falsely claiming she was pregnant, highlighting the emotional strain within the family dynamic. Miles, meanwhile, was last seen in September 2025 following his arrest for assaulting Billy Mayhew, adding further complexity to the storyline. In a later development, Billy was ultimately killed during the Corriedale episode, with Theo's involvement casting a long shadow over the events that followed. Reflecting on the intensity of the storyline, actor Gareth Pierce, who plays Todd, recently spoke about the emotional impact of portraying such scenes. He explained that many real-life survivors of domestic abuse had shared their experiences with the production team, and incorporating those perspectives into the episode helped underline how widespread and serious such situations are. A new spoiler clip from Coronation Street suggests that Maggie Driscoll may be pushing Eva Price toward a dangerous path, potentially encouraging her to take drastic action against Megan Walsh. After Maggie's own attempt to confront and warn Megan ended disastrously, she appears to shift her strategy, turning her focus to Eva in a bid to ensure that the manipulative groomer faces consequences. As viewers are aware, Megan had been secretly grooming Will Driscoll for months, all while those closest to him remained completely unaware of the abuse until the truth was finally exposed last month. Her actions came to light after Sam Blakeman, who had been intimidated into silence by Megan, ended up being hospitalized following the immense pressure he had been under. When Leanne Battersby questioned Sam about why he had been taking medication, he eventually revealed the truth about Megan's behavior, prompting Leanne to inform the Driscoll family, who were left devastated by the revelation. The family struggled to come to terms with the fact that Will had been targeted and manipulated by someone they trusted so deeply. At one point, Eva suggested that Megan's pregnancy could serve as crucial evidence to prove that she had abused Will, while Maggie took matters into her own hands by tracking Megan down and issuing a direct threat. However, Megan, true to her manipulative nature, managed to twist the situation in her favor by falsely claiming that she had suffered a miscarriage due to an alleged confrontation with Maggie, when in reality she had chosen to terminate the pregnancy. In upcoming scenes, the Driscoll family are left shattered when they learn that the police have decided to drop the investigation into Megan due to insufficient evidence to proceed. Ben Driscoll reacts badly to the news, directing his anger toward Ollie Driscoll and blaming him for failing to protect his younger brother. Eva quickly steps in to defend Ollie, which leads to a tense and heated argument between her and Ben as emotions run high within the family. In scenes from Monday's April 20 episode, Ben later returns to the Rovers, where the conflict with Eva continues, escalating the already volatile atmosphere. Meanwhile, Maggie quietly listens in on the confrontation, and convinced that something must be done about Megan, she subtly encourages Eva to take decisive action.